Hey guys, this is Project Reliable, and today we're going to be installing a microphone for this aftermarket unit here, radio unit for the Camry. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Have the microphone in the trunk, and I'll see you guys. So first things first that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove this lower trim. All you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put a screwdriver into the trim removal tool right behind the plastic and just gently pull the trim out. Once you got the trim out, you should be able to pull it by hand. Once you're back here, you're going to go ahead and remove this wiring harness and this wiring harness here. The next thing you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead down here and remove these two 10mm screws. Alright, so next up on the list is once you get these two screws or bolts removed, then you can go ahead and start pulling up on the actual trim piece here and completely remove this out of the dashboard. Once you got that into the dashboard, as you can see, now you kind of just have the head unit here, the screw here, and there's one on the other side as well, so go ahead and remove that screw. Okay, so after you remove that screw and on the other side, the head unit will pull out at this point. At this point, you can either unhook all the wiring that you've already pre-done. Don't judge mine, it's pretty bad, no, I'm joking. And then we're going to go ahead and find that little black thing right there, and that's going to tell us where we are going with our wires. So go ahead and do that. Alright, so once you have your microphone in hand, and there is obviously the port on the back of this for the microphone to plug into, now what you're going to do is you're going to have to figure out where you want to route it. Either you can actually just have it coming straight out of the trim and just that way, or you can go ahead and route it about like under the steering column here. We're going to run it under the steering column and then out over up the trim back to the middle. It's up to you guys. I'm gonna route mine and then I'll show you what I did. So as you can see, I do have it mounted here. Runs down underneath the steering column here and up to here. It is mounted back behind the A-pillar. This is an older car. It's an 05 Camry, so therefore you don't have to worry about any SRS airbags up there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put everything back into the dashboard the same way it came out, and then we're done. And just like that, guys, we are finished. As you can see, bezels are reinstalled, everything is back in here, and it looks professional because you cannot see any wiring. Just like how you can't see where my dash cam is wired up, because it runs up in here, down here, and then back into a power source. My microphone now sits over here. I'm using a little bit of tape to hold it in place in more important areas. But other than that, she's been good to go. And you guys can do the same thing in your 05 Camry. And really, this goes for every single model of vehicle that you put an aftermarket screen into. I will see you guys in the next one.